All right. Hi there, everybody. I'm Gina Rivers-Contla. I am a national science educator with host defense mushrooms, and I am a co-formulator for the MycoBotanicals line. And I want to thank everybody for joining me today for this special edition of Mushrooms for the Body, Mind, and Heart. So today, what we're going to do is talk about how mushrooms can support our health and our longevity. You know, I think that mushrooms are best known for how they support our natural immune system. So today we're going to go beyond this concept and discover how certain beneficial mushrooms may support nearly every body system, not just our immune system. My colleague Jerry Angelini is live in the chat. So if you have questions, if you have comments, if you just want to show us some love, definitely let us know you're there. He's there live to answer any questions you have or respond to any comments. And as a gentle reminder, Host Defense makes no claim to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any disease or illness. We urge you to seek the advice of a qualified healthcare professional if you have any health concerns. So let's start out with some fun facts about mushrooms. Mushrooms have been used cross-culturally and on almost every continent of the planet. Mushrooms have been used in spiritual ceremonies, and they're truly revered in some cultures. For example, the Tsili cave painting that you see on your screen, this was discovered in Algeria. It dates back over 6,000 years ago. So you can see on your screen this blurry depiction of a figure of what we think is a shaman or a religious leader that is covered in mushrooms and interestingly also wearing a bee mask. So all around the world, mushrooms have been used not just as foods, but also as tools. Mushrooms were used as punk for early rifles. They have been used as fire starters, for clothing, as well as supports to health and longevity. Now, believe it or not, humans and fungi have a whole lot in common. We share approximately 55% of the same genetic material. Now, for perspective, humans and plants share only around 15%. Humans and fungi both inhale oxygen, both exhale carbon dioxide. Plants, of course, do just the opposite. We both have digestive systems that secrete enzymes, immune systems that help keep us healthy, and senses that give us information about the world around us. However, animals do all of that within the confines of a distinct body. Fungi do all of that as well, but they do it in direct contact with their environment with almost no separation. So the similarities and the differences are what make mushrooms particularly helpful for us. We can capture and conserve many of these compounds from mushroom mycelium and then use them for our health and our longevity. There are an increasing number of research studies that have indicated that mushrooms can support healthy physical functioning and longevity. One of the compounds that's found in mushrooms that has been identified and studied as an important antioxidant is ergothioneine. Ergothioneine is actually an amino acid that functions as an antioxidant. Antioxidants are, of course, important. They're what keeps our cells and our DNA from being damaged by something called oxidation. Ergothionine's original and primary source is from soil-based bacteria and, you guessed it, mushroom mycelium. But ergothionine is not the only important antioxidant that mushrooms provide us. Our bodies also make our own antioxidants. One of the more important antioxidants is glutathione. And research shows that mushrooms may increase glutathione production and activity within our bodies. And then don't forget that mushrooms can also be a great source of vitamin D2 and selenium. Each of these compounds provide support for numerous systems of the body. Epidemiological studies on the benefits of weekly dietary mushroom intake also reinforce the importance of using mushrooms more and more within our diets. This study examined over 600 people over the age of 60 and found that those who consumed 2 or more servings of mushrooms per week were significantly less likely to develop mild cognitive impairment than those who consumed mushrooms less than once per week. A different study that isn't presented here suggests there is a relationship between mushroom consumption and prostate health. Even taken into consideration vegetables and fruits and other foods, consuming mushrooms once, twice, 3 or more times a week may have a significantly beneficial impact on our health. So the take-home message is eat more mushrooms. Another aspect of health and longevity that's getting more and more press recently is the importance of maintaining a diverse intestinal ecosystem that is predominated by probiotic microflora. An important consideration of nurturing our friendly bacteria is to feed them the necessary prebiotics or foods that they prefer to eat so that they can thrive and multiply. Increasingly, mushrooms are being identified as excellent prebiotics. Reishi has been shown to function as a prebiotic and support the proliferation of bifidobacteria as well as lactobacillus bacteria. The impact of turkey tail supplementation has also been compared to the impact that antibiotics have on the intestinal microbiome. While antibiotics kill pathogens, they also kill probiotic species. Turkey tail supports the growth of probiotic microflora and stabilizes the intestinal microbiome. There are multiple preliminary studies suggesting that mushrooms like chaga, lion's mane, cordyceps, maitake, shiitake, oyster, and enokatake mushrooms, all of these may play multiple different roles in maintaining and supporting a healthy gut ecosystem. They may also support gut tissue integrity and function, as well as gut and systemic immunity. And we know a balanced immune system makes for an effective, healthy immune system. Maintaining the immune response in a balanced state is really a key factor for health and wellness. So there are 4 basic aspects of immune function. You have engagement, recruitment, clearance, and watchful waiting. If you look on your screen, the green arrow, this is where it all starts. The immune system encounters a trigger, and this is what engages it to go into activation. The orange arrow is where the immune response is hard at work. This can create many of the feelings that we have when we're really not at our best. Clearance is the set of processes that help clean up the wreckage that may have occurred from the trigger and our response to it. Modulation occurs to help manage the immune response and ultimately pacify it. So this is indicated by the blue circle that's in the middle of your graphic, because modulation occurs at every stage of immune engagement. This is not a linear process. There may be multiple triggers of engagement, and in a healthy immune response, modulation occurs throughout, keeping our immune cells functioning within normal limits by feedback loops. This is where we hopefully end up, this return to watchful waiting. This is where our immune system is no longer actively engaged, but in a watchful, alert stage. A balanced immune system really supports every system of the body. At Host Defense, we know from research that it's not just the whole mushroom organism that is important. The substrate and the mushroom, the substrate that the mushroom is growing in can be immunologically active as well. The mushroom fruit bodies and mycelium are both recognized by research as supporting immune functioning. The newest research confirms that the organic brown rice that Host Defense uses as a growth substrate robustly modulates the immune response. As mushroom mycelium thrive, they secrete enzymes into their growth substrate. They digest that substrate, and during that time, they're fermenting it. Fermentation by the mushroom mycelium converts many of the original compounds into something called fermentation metabolites. Many of these have been shown to be biologically active. When using rice as a substrate, one of the classes of compounds that gets biologically altered by the mycelial enzymes is the arabinoxylanes. Arabinoxylanes are non-caloric polysaccharides. They provide prebiotic fiber for probiotic microflora. When fermented by mushroom mycelium, some of them also modulate the immune response. Host Defense has had our products tested for immunological efficacy. An independent immunology lab analyzed 4 Host Defense products, and now 2 peer-reviewed articles have been published in scientific journals that detail these studies. At Host Defense, we are pioneers in mushroom mycelium and fermented rice products, and we really wanted to see what type of response Host Defense products evoked in a human model. And one of the ways this is measured is by the signaling molecules that either increase or decrease activity in white blood cells. So, summarizing the research, there was a strong activation of many important immune cells. Turkey tail and agarikon mushrooms strongly engaged immune cells that direct immune cell maturation for a diverse yet rapid immune response. Agarikon, turkey tail, reishi, and MyCommunity, all 4 of these showed an increase in strong modulation of immune activity, which is responsible for turning our immune system from active engagement back to watchful waiting. So as you can see on this chart, all of these mushrooms also support tissue regenerative activity for our bodies. Each mushroom in the Host Defense line can support a strong and balanced immune response. In addition to that benefit, each mushroom product can also support 2 or 3 or even more systems of the body at one time. So this chart contains 7 of the species that we produce in our labs, in our grow rooms. A little bit later in the presentation, we're going to review some of the Host Defense mushrooms and MycoBotanical products and see if we can find a mushroom species or a formula that would be the best one for you. Okay, now for the really fun part, let's introduce some beneficial mushroom species. We'll start with the groovy ghouly mushroom, Cordyceps. So this strange looking mushroom is an entomopathogenic fungi, meaning that in the wild, it grows on bugs. It's kind of like the zombie mushroom. It takes over the body and the free will of its host. But don't worry, at Host Defense, we grow all of our cordyceps on organic brown rice. So it is vegan friendly. No caterpillars or bugs are harmed in the production of our cordyceps. Cordyceps militaris was once considered a sister species to Ophiocordyceps sinensis, the original cordyceps that was used in traditional Chinese medicine. Scientific research has indicated there is a significant overlap of activity between these 2 types of mushroom. Cordyceps has been studied and shown to be supportive of lung functioning, oxygenation, athletic performance, libido, and adaptation. In regards to lung functioning, Cordyceps opens up the bronchial tubes to allow more volume of air in. It also increases oxygen diffusion into the blood. So this is great for anyone who desires more graceful breathing. Cordyceps has been shown to be supportive of testosterone production within normal ranges and traditionally was used to support libido. And Cordyceps supports adaptation to stressors, which can be helpful for athletic performance, as well as getting through a stressful day. This human clinical trial with both male and female participants showed an impact upon testosterone and cortisol levels in the group that was using cordyceps supplementation. So testosterone levels were increased in the Cordyceps militaris group, but not outside of normal limits, while the levels of the stress hormone cortisol were reduced as compared to controls. Lactic acid, often the cause of post-exercise muscle stiffness, was also reduced as compared to controls. So Cordyceps is a revitalizing mushroom. It can really be a powerful ally for anybody who is listless, who lacks spark in their lives, and may want to support their athletic performance as well as their libido. The next species we're going to talk about is the beautiful and unique lion's mane. Lion's mane is also becoming known as the smart mushroom. Now, this is a choice edible mushroom. It's actually one of my very favorites. The flavor and consistency is a little bit like crab or lobster, and it's absolutely delicious, sauteed in a healthy fat with some onions and salt and pepper. If you ever get a chance to try it, I urge you to. Lion's mane has garnered much attention in the scientific community due to specialized compounds found in the mycelium as well as the fruit body. These compounds appear to increase our body's production of nerve growth factors and brain-derived neurotrophic factors. These growth factors support cognitive functioning, memory, and nerve regeneration. Our neurological tissues are some of the most metabolically active tissues in the body. Yet this entire system only constitutes about 2% of the body by weight. Our brain and our nerves use up to 70% of our glucose and up to 25% of the body's oxygen and overall nutrients. So finding natural substances that can support our body's recuperative processes can really be a wise strategy for optimizing brain and nerve health as well as function. Lion's mane has specialized compounds that trigger our body's growth factors. These growth factors then tell our stem cells to differentiate into neurological tissues. This has been seen in both the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Lion's mane may help speed nerve cell regeneration and support our body's own self-healing mechanism. Additionally, in a study with aging men and women showing signs of cognitive decline, lion's mane was researched to see if it would have any positive impact. After 2 weeks, significant improvement was observed across numerous indicators of cognitive functioning and memory. These benefits lasted for the duration of the 16-week study and for about a month after completion. There are 2 additional human clinical trials that studied lion's mane and its potential support for maintaining balanced mood. The research data continues to grow regarding the potential benefit of lion's mane for our neurological health, cognitive functioning, as well as mood. Next up, Reishi. Reishi has been called the mushroom of immortality. It's been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. So Reishi is referred to as a tonic. Regular use of tonic substances help multiple systems of the body a little bit, yet cumulatively, all the little bits of health add up and over time can have a significant overall impact. The imperial tonic helps the whole body in a number of different ways. Reishi supports antioxidant activity throughout the body. Remember, antioxidants are important because they stabilize cell membranes and prevent oxidative damage. So Reishi's antioxidant activity is especially important for our kidneys, for our liver, but also the inside lining of our blood vessels, our intestinal cells, our muscle tissue, our neurological tissues. Reishi has been shown to help reduce LDL oxidation. It may help us maintain healthy blood lipid levels like cholesterol already within normal range, triglycerides, LDLs, and HDLs. Another important way Reishi supports longevity is by supporting adaptation. Adaptation to stress includes the reduction of our sympathetic nervous system that becomes upregulated when we perceive a threat or when we experience any type of stress. Reishi's been shown to reduce the activation of the sympathetic nervous system, and this allows us to feel more peaceful without feeling sedated. In other words, it just helps us chill out. Reishi supports intestinal health by supporting intestinal tissue integrity and repair. Reishi is a liver tonic that supports liver function and protects liver cells from toxic substances. Reishi may help protect our DNA from gamma radiation. And Reishi supports endurance. It helps us get through our oftentimes long and stressful days. It supports ATP formation in the heart muscle. Reishi has truly earned its nickname as the imperial tonic or the longevity mushroom. And this is due to its effect on the whole body and its impact on health and longevity. So this is another helpful at a glance chart. This is for our MycoBotanicals products. This is our mushrooms with herbs formulas. So just like the mushroom benefits at a glance chart, this is an easy reference guide. And you can see how it indicates primary function of each formula, as well as which formulas will provide moderate or mild support. I would like to bring your attention to the immune response row here. You'll notice that each formula, each MycoBotanicals product will provide immune system support as well. So if you would like a copy of this graph, you can find it on hostdefense.com website. An integral aspect of the Host Defense line is attributed to the great lengths that we take to make sure our products are both safe and effective. Host Defense utilizes independent labs with internationally recognized and valid testing methods. We test for identity, composition, purity, and strength. We validate the authenticity of our mushrooms by both genetic and biochemical assays. Host Defense tests all of our ingredients for pesticides, industrial waste compounds, and heavy metals. We also perform microbiological testing to verify that our products are contaminant-free. So reishi has been called the imperial tonic and the mushroom of immortality in traditional Chinese medicine. Along with immune system modulation, reishi supports our body's adaptation to stress. It helps decrease the sympathetic nervous system outflow while gently increasing energy and stamina. Reishi also supports cardiovascular health, liver health, and intestinal health. Reishi is available in capsules, liquid extracts, and even a powder form. 1 gram a day can provide basic support, so that's like 2 capsules. If you're hoping for more intensive support, you can consider 2 or 3 grams a day of reishi. This is a very well tolerated and time-honored mushroom. So Breathe is a 3 mushroom formula that supports healthy respiratory function as well as a balanced immune response. Reishi modulates the immune response throughout the entire body. Chaga supports the balanced immune response of the cells that line the anterior surface of our lungs, as well as our intestines and our skin. This is all the same type of cell, and it's what our barrier tissues are made up of, called epithelial cells. Cordyceps helps reduce hyperreactive airways, and this increases the volume of air that we can inhale. Cordyceps also increases the amount of oxygen that we take into our systems. It may even help to thin mucus. So altogether, these 3 mushrooms support graceful breathing. The liquid is rapid in response. It's often experienced in 2 to 5 minutes after a serving. The capsules can be used daily to help maintain a balanced immune response. Over the past few decades, weight and metabolic sensitivity have become major health concerns in the US and many westernized countries. MycoBotanicals blood sugar contains maitake, reishi, and chaga. The mycelium of these 3 species support a more effective metabolic response to sugars. The blood sugar formula also contains gymnema, cinnamon, and bilberry leaf. Gymnema is an herb from Ayurveda. It's called gourmar in Ayurveda. This means the destroyer of sugar or the destroyer of sweet. Cinnamon and bilberry both have research evidence and historical clinical use for supporting optimal metabolic responses to sugars. The brain and body formula is another MycoBotanicals formula that may support a healthier interaction with blood sugar already within the normal range. Turmeric and ginger show evidence of supporting optimal metabolic functioning. Combining them with cinnamon and reishi round out the potential benefits, providing multiple ingredients that can support blood sugar and insulin sensitivity already within normal range. Blood sugar is available in capsules for easy use. Brain and body is a powder. It's a flexible delivery system that can be added to smoothies, oatmeal, even sprinkled on your eggs or other foods. Lion's mane has specialized compounds that support our body's nerve regenerative action and nourishes our brain and nervous system. Research indicates that lion's mane supports balanced mood, cognitive functioning, and memory. The MycoBotanicals brain formula contains lion's mane, along with reishi and cordyceps mushrooms. So these three mushrooms together support nerve functioning. They provide antioxidant protection for our brain and nerves throughout the entire body. The three herbal extracts in this formula are bacopa, gotu-kola, and ginkgo biloba. Bacopa supports short-term memory recall and helps balance mood. Gotu-kola also supports cognitive functioning. It's a great tonic for the whole body. Ginkgo supports memory as well as the microvasculature in our bodies. So altogether, the mushrooms and herbs support the brain, nervous system, cognitive functioning, memory, and a balanced mood. Now, one interaction to be aware of: ginkgo biloba interacts with blood thinners and some other medications. So if you're concerned, consider lion's mane all on its own. It has no negative interaction with pharmaceuticals that we know of. Now, that may change, but to date, we don't know of any. Now, if anybody has ever told you to take a chill pill, you may want to experience stress decompress. Stress decompress contains reishi and lion's mane that helps reduce the sympathetic nervous system hyperarousal. They also help us adapt to stressors. Skullcap and lemon balm are nervines. Nervines are herbs that quiet the mind and soothe the neurological system. Ashwagandha helps reduce and balance cortisol, as well as supports adaptation to stress. So stress decompress is calming, yet not sedating. So this formula is an excellent daytime choice, and over time, it may also gently support day-long energy. Now, for our friends who need a little nighttime support, complete calm would be a great choice for restful sleep. Lion's mane and reishi have been shown to support sleep architecture and help reduce the time it takes to fall asleep when our head hits the pillow, as well as impact how long we stay asleep. Passion flower is an herb that supports drowsiness. California poppy reduces physical discomfort and supports sleep. Skullcap helps quiet the mind and calm repetitive thoughts. And holy basil reduces cortisol. It helps balance blood sugar already within the normal range as well. So this formula smells and tastes delicious. 1 teaspoon about 30 minutes before bedtime will help you achieve that parasympathetic nervous system engagement and really have a rejuvenating night's sleep. MycoBotanicals Microbiome is a formula of mushrooms, herbs, and probiotics to support digestion and the beneficial microflora of the intestinal tract. Reishi, lion's mane, and turkey tail all support probiotic microorganism proliferation. These 3 mushrooms also support a balanced immune response in the gut-associated immune tissue. Reishi and lion's mane have also been shown to support the intestinal cells and their barrier function, as well as their capacity to regenerate. The herbs we're using are burdock root and marshmallow root. These are soothing herbs that are called demulcents. So they reinforce the mucopolysaccharide layer in the intestinal tract. That's the home of our probiotic microflora. Burdock is also known for its ability to support liver cell health and function, as well as generally tonify our intestinal tissues. Marshmallow is also known for its ability to modulate the immune response. The probiotics we're using are all bacillus species: Bacillus coagulans, subtilis, and clausii. These are spore-forming bacteria. They've been researched in intestinal health. They've been found to stabilize gut motility. They've been found to beneficially impact intestinal immune function, as well as support healthy stool formation. They pass through the stomach and the small intestines before specifically colonizing the large intestine. Survivability data on these species is incredibly impressive. It ranges from 94 to 99% survivability and colonization. So sometimes we find that our whole body needs support to obtain greater health and wellness, and we have two formulas that fulfill this support. MycoBotanical's greens nourishes our bodies. It's loaded with micronutrients to feed our body and our neurological system. Each serving of greens contains 1,500 milligrams of lion's mane, 750 milligrams of moringa, and 750 milligrams of nettles. Moringa supports nerve function and regenerative activity, blood glucose levels already in the normal range, cardiovascular health, and modulates the immune response. Nettles supports nerve function and regenerative activity, blood glucose levels already within the normal range, cardiovascular health, and immune modulation. Brain and body also contains lion's mane for nerve and brain health, along with reishi, the imperial tonic. Reishi really provides a storehouse of nutrients that beneficially impact many systems of our bodies, as we've already covered. Turmeric is a powerful herb that supports liver health and digestive health and nerve health, and also supports blood sugar levels already within normal range. And ginger, a close cousin to turmeric, also benefits digestion, liver health, and blood sugar within the normal range. They both also support healthy joint and muscle function. Cinnamon supports blood sugar already within normal range as well. Both the brain and body, as well as the greens formula, can be used to nourish our bodies as well as support specific systems in their functioning. Earlier, we reviewed how every beneficial host defense mushroom can support balanced immune functioning. With so many products that support immune function, sometimes it can be a little confusing in deciding which one to use. So here are some helpful tips. Elderberry plus syrup. This is really a 3-in-1 product that supports immediate immune function as well as upper respiratory wellness. One serving is 2 teaspoons, and it contains 100 milligrams of elderberry extract, 2,000 milligrams of concentrated elderberry juice, and 1 full gram of mushrooms, equal parts reishi, turkey tail, and chaga. Both the elderberry extract and juice concentrate have been found to support upper respiratory wellness, yet they both contain different compounds. So by using them both, we're providing a full spectrum of constituents. Combining these together and adding mushroom mycelium really gives you a full range of support. Next, we have Stamets 7. This is equal parts Cordyceps, reishi, lion's mane, chaga, maitake, misema, and royal sun blazei. Together, they support daily immune balance as well as nearly every system of the body. The mushrooms in this formula were chosen to support cardiovascular health, lung functioning, blood sugar levels already within the normal range, intestinal health, liver functioning, cognitive functioning, and mood, really our entire bodies. 1 to 3 grams a day can support optimal whole body health. We also have a very unique spray, MycoShield. This is an immune spray. It's 5 mushrooms with natural flavors added. They're all the same 5 mushrooms: agarikon, reishi, chaga, birch polypore, and turkey tail. So the MycoShield formula is great for people who use public transportation or teachers or medical staff or retail staff, really basically anyone who interacts with the public or comes into contact with lots of people every day, is the perfect candidate for MycoShield. There are 5 flavors to choose from, so you're sure to find one that suits your palate. There, you can use up to 6 sprays 3 to 4 times a day with MycoShield. MyCommunity, this is the most complex formula in the Host Defense line. There are 17 mushrooms in this formula. They engage a complex synergy of mycelial polysaccharides, immune complexes, fermented rice polysaccharides, and metabolites. MyCommunity strongly engages the immune response, but it does this in a very balanced manner, and this allows our bodies to fight harder when we really need it the most. Host Defense has a wide variety of delivery methods available. So if you want to fit functional mushrooms into your daily wellness routine, you're sure to find one that you like. The capsules are convenient, they're concentrated, they're a great option for long-term support. The powders are the exact same material that's in the capsules. They're very palatable. They're great for anybody who's experiencing capsule fatigue or somebody who just wants a flexible delivery system. The liquids are complex solutions. They include cold water, hot water, and alcohol extracts of mushroom mycelium, fermented substrate, and in some species, fruiting body extract. They absorb rapidly. They provide a more immediate immune modulation. They're also a great option for people who don't want to swallow pills or capsules. For our functional foodies, we have the MycoBotanical teas. These include mushroom mycelium and fruit body, as well as mushroom mycelial and fruit body extracts. Those are combined with beneficial and tasty herbs. They appeal to tea drinkers that may not consider taking mushrooms in a capsule or a powder or an extract form, and they're a very relaxing way to fit mushrooms into your daily wellness routine. And maybe the tastiest way to get a serving of mushrooms is the elderberry plus syrup. This contains elderberry juice concentrate, elderberry extract. Each 2 teaspoon servings, you get 1 full gram. That's equivalent to 2 capsules worth of equal parts chaga, reishi, and turkey tail. So this is a great choice for the picky palate or even for children. Host Defense grows all of our own mushrooms in the beautiful state of Washington. We have certified organic status as both mushroom growers and manufacturers of our products. We have been for over 20 years. We use the mushroom mycelium, the fermented rice, and the adult fruit bodies in our products. We're also a vertically integrated company. We're beyond carbon neutral. We actually offset greater than 10 times the amount of carbon that we emit. And we donate a portion of income towards research projects. Things like mycoremediation, which is using mushrooms for bioremediation, mycofiltration, also supporting bee immunity and longevity, and other subjects associated with mycelium and planetary health. So that concludes our presentation today. Again, I'm Gina Rivers-Contla, National Science Educator with Host Defense Mushrooms. I want to thank all of you for joining me and hope to see you on future presentations.